no governor has the right to remove any local government chairman. That much I know. If I didn't know, since July 11, 2024, I became aware of it, that removal of any local government chairman or official would be the prerogative of that local government through their legislative house. Thank you.
Nigeria's Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, says no state governor has the authority to suspend any local government chairman. His reaction follows the recent suspension by the Edo State Governor, Monday Okpebolo, of all 18 local government chairmen in the state. The Attorney General made his position known in Abuja while addressing a cross-section of judiciary correspondents at a media session to give a scorecard of the justice reforms in the past 12 months. The Edo State House of Assembly had suspended the chairman and vice chairman of all 18 local government areas for 2 months over allegations of misappropriation of funds and refusal to submit financial records to the state government. Governor Monday Okpebolo described their action as insubordination and gross misconduct.
You know, why I'm a bit reluctant in answering questions along this line is I always want to know the basis. At times, what you read on pages of newspapers may not necessarily be what informed the decision. But one thing that I know, and I can say without any fear, is that under the present dispensation, no governor has the right to remove any local government chairman. That much I know. If I didn't know, since July 11, 2024, I became aware of it, that removal of any local government chairman or official would be the prerogative of that local government through their legislative house. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi there, the Attorney General of the Federation, clarifying some issues that have come up in terms of debate, conversation, analysis of what's happened in Edo State. Your take on this story, Rufai?
I mean, so, like he has said rightly there, in fact, there's this there's this letter that was written, to the Speaker of the State House of Assembly that I have here from Ogaga, Ovarawa, SAN and Co. that was saying that our clients on good authority, that the executive governor have written the Edo State requesting and demanding to pass a resolution to direct him as to dissolve democratically elected 18 lawmakers, 18 local government councils before the expiration of the lease. And in this letter, just to be able to paraphrase it, they were saying that subject to Section 7, Subsection 1 and 4 of the Federal Constitution of 1999 as altered, they've also attached a certified true copy of the judgment of the Supreme Court, now celebrated decision AG Federation versus AG of Abia and 35 others. So, I mean, there's been conversations on. The PDP is totally irate as regards this in court. In fact, they have also even requested representation to come and speak on TV. Probably will be able to get them next week as regards this order, that this local, that Okpebolo had, petitioned of some sort the State House of Assembly, saying that they should go ahead and suspend, and, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly didn't ratify it. It has constantly been a norm, but the government and our laws now frowns against it after that 11th of July judgment. Mm-hmm. And that was also a benchmark. But it's not just for Lateef Fagbemi to also just say, oh, it will not happen and everything. I think we should also bolster the law by those that are not going to take the case on. The federal government should be able to give them some level of fillip on this. Because, you see, we cannot have a democracy where you are supposed to have 3 tiers of government: the local, the state, and the federal. But the local government is subsumed by the state government. Where do you have the autonomy? Where do you have the autonomy? Already, as regards even local government autonomy, and the money is being, followed to the local government for their development, we are already having all sorts of agreements by the governors and these local government chairmen, saying that we put them there. And that's why some other people have also even campaigned vigorously that the State Resident Electoral Commission should not conduct the local government election. I think INEC should be able to do it because of some level of sanity. The first local government election since we returned to democracy that was conducted, I think, in December 1998, was conducted by INEC, the national body. That's why we had some level of sanity. Today, the chairman just appoint all sorts of people. I mean, we've sat down here and laughed at the shambolic nature of these local government council polls. One, people don't even know about it, they don't come out for them. The ruling party sweeps most of the states and all of that. Yeah. So I think it is because of all of this, the governor feel they can, rub shoulder. But as regards this, there's also a political undertone to it. You don't forget that most of these local government chairmen came in, through the last administration. And definitely, they will be at loggerheads with Okpabolo. Yeah. So it's that political dimension of the PDP, sort of like fighting the APC that's incumbent in this. But this should not trample on the autonomy of the local government. So there are many cases on ground, many letters being written that I've been getting as feelers from Edo State. And we must look at this. Lateef Fagbemi has made the right call, but we must go further by saying this must not happen. And court procedure must be instituted as regards this.
All right, thanks. Dr.
Okay,
Patrick.
Section 7 of the 1999 Constitution creates local councils and says that, they will be democratically elected governments. And it's on the basis of this that the courts have ruled that state governors have no powers to be appointing caretaker committees or caretaker chairmen into local councils. But matters came to a head on 11 July in the matter instituted by the federal government of Nigeria, that's the Attorney General of the Federation, to push for fiscal federalism, the fiscal autonomy of the various states, of the various local governments in Nigeria. And a panel of 7, led by Justice Emmanuel Agim, ruled in favor of AG Federation in the case AG Federation versus AG Abia State and others, to the effect that the local councils will have control over their own funds and they will receive their allocations directly from the federal government. Two issues that came up at that time was with regard to Section 162, Sub 6 and Sub 7 of the 1999 Constitution, which creates state joint local government accounts. And the governors are saying, well, for as long as that Section 162, Sub 6 and 7 exists, in terms of how you allocate federal funds, then the states still have powers over the local councils. But the interpretation, the import of the Supreme Court ruling is that no, you cannot withhold their funds. And in this particular case, you see that that's the mindset from where Governor Okpebholo is coming from. He's asking the local government chairman in the state to come and render financial accounts to him. And they refused to do so, probably haven't been advised appropriately by their lawyers. And he said, oh, that's an act of insubordination, and therefore they should be suspended. He is wrong. The second thing is that the import of that July 11 judgment is that, look, this local government chairman, they cannot be removed on the orders of the governor or the State House of Assembly. They have their own legislative assembly. So it's only their legislative assembly that can play that oversight role. Now, the governors again insist that after all, they are the ones in control of SIEC. Now, the State Independent Electoral Commission, created under Section 197 of the 1999 Constitution, says that the governor shall appoint the chairman of SIEC and also the members. And that's why people have been saying we should take a second look, not just at that section, 197, but also Section 162 to free, the local councils completely from the control of the governors.